Morning, everyone. I am Shanalyn Abordo, a graduating student coming from the Visayas State University, Isabel campus, under the program of Bachelor of Science in Industrial Engineering. Thank you for allowing me to present my research entitled Establishing Optimal Time Standards for Barangay Transactions in Isabel Leyte. To start, let me ask you a question. Have you ever waited in line at a barangay office, frustrated by the unclear processing times and wondering how long it might take to complete your transaction? Well, this is a type of inconvenience that we don't want to experience, right? Barangays are essential political units in the Philippines, providing vital services such as health, safety, and disaster response. However, inconsistencies in service delivery due to varying transaction processing times have led to inefficiencies and dissatisfaction among residents. In Isabel Leyte, these discrepancies are evident, with some barangays using pre-signed documents to expedite services, while others do not, and this causes confusion and delays. Despite the critical role of barangays, there is a noticeable gap in the existing research regarding the optimization of barangay transaction times. Previous studies have focused on improving service delivery in local government units through various means, but there is a lack of comprehensive research specifically addressing time study in the context of barangay operations. No relevant studies have systematically evaluated and standardized processing times for barangay transactions, leaving a significant area of public administration unexplored. This study aims to fill this gap by conducting a comprehensive time study to standardize transaction processing times, leading to the creation of a unified citizens charter for all barangays in Isabel Leyte. Standardizing these times will enhance service delivery, improve efficiency, and ensure transparency, and providing a benchmark for other barangays and promoting best practices across the region. The ultimate goal is to foster a more equitable and efficient public service environment, benefiting the overall development and well-being of the community. In an effort to address the current inconsistencies and inefficiencies in barangay service delivery within Isabel Leyte, this research proposes establishing optimal time standards for various barangay transactions. Through a comprehensive time study, the research will achieve this by first identifying the types of transactions offered by the barangays, second, by determining the actual processing time required for each transaction type, and finally, leveraging this data, the study will establish clear and consistent time standards. By implementing these standards alongside recommendations for improved service delivery, this research aims to significantly enhance the overall experience for residents seeking services from the barangays. In this section, I'll explain the research locale, design, instruments, participants, data collection procedures, and statistical methods used to establish optimal time standards for barangay transactions in Isabel Leyte. This research employed a descriptive observational approach to gather real-time data on current barangay operations. The research was conducted in two barangays, Barangay Matlang and Barangay Santo Niño. These barangays were chosen because they are among the largest barangays in Isabel Leyte. Barangay Matlang has a population of 6,502, which represents the 13.90% of Isabel's total population. Barangay Santo Niño has a population of 6,383, which represents 13.64% of Isabel's total population. This is according to Philippine Statistic Authority in 2020. So the size of these barangays is an indicator of the volume of transactions they handle, making them ideal locations to study typical barangay operations. So for the research participants, a convenience sampling was employed to select participants for the study. This means that barangay personnel who were readily available and willing to participate were chosen. Barangay Matlang and Barangay Santo Niño were selected due to their accessibility and the willingness of the barangay personnel to collaborate with the research. For the research instruments, qualitative methods were employed to gather data on barangay transactions. Interviews were conducted with barangay personnel to identify the different types of transactions offered by the barangays. In addition to interviews, the following research instruments were used. 5-time study sheets. Well, these sheets were used to record, tally, and compute data collected during the observation process. And a direct time study observation form. This form also was used to record the specific types of transactions observed and the corresponding processing times for each transaction. And also, Microsoft Excel 2016, this software was used to tabulate the collected data and calculate the average times, normal times, and standard times for each transaction type. So, for the data gathering procedure, the data gathering for this research involved a series of steps to ensure a comprehensive understanding of barangay transaction processing times. One is permission seeking, wherein a formal letter was presented to the barangay officials of Barangay Matlang and Barangay Santo Niño requesting authorization to conduct observations within their barangay halls. Secondly, we have I have identified the types of transactions. So through observation of barangay operations, the researcher identified the various types of transactions offered by the barangays. This involved observing residents, interacting with barangay personnel, and understanding the different services provided. So third, I have done my preliminary observation. This is to determine the standard time and calculate the required number of cycles for the actual time study. A preliminary observation of 10 cycles was conducted. So fourth, I have done the time study, wherein the core data collection involved a time study using the following steps. Using a stopwatch, wherein the researcher meticulously recorded the actual processing time taken to complete each transaction type observed. Direct time study observation form, wherein data collected during observations, including transaction types and corresponding processing times, were documented on this form. And the data tabulation and collation, wherein the information gathered from interviews and direct observation was organized and compiled for statistical analysis. So by following these steps, the research obtained valuable data on the processing time for various barangay transactions in the 2 chosen barangays. So this data serves as the foundation for establishing optimal time standards. So next we have the statistical treatment of data. Well, in this slide dives into the statistical methods used to analyze the data and establish optimal time standards. So the statistical treatment of data in my study on optimizing barangay transaction times in Isabel Leyte, I used rigorous methods to ensure accuracy, focusing on calculating standard time and determining observation cycles. So standard time was derived by adjusting the average actual time by the rating percentage quotient. So I used a comprehensive table to identify necessary cycles and personal allowances. So average time was calculated using the formula T, where it is equal to the total time divided by the number of cycles. So determine sample size with a 95% confidence level and a 5% precision using the formula n is equal to 40 square root of n times the sum of x squared minus the sum of x raised to the power of 2 all over the sum of x raised to 2. So normal time was calculated using the Westinghouse system with the formula normal time is equal to average time times the rating factor. And allowances were based on a standard table to ensure consistency, leading to the final formula for standard time, which is normal time times 1 plus allowance factor. So in conclusion, the rigorous statistical methods provided reliable results establishing optimal time standards for barangay transactions. So these methodologies serves as a model for improving transaction efficiency in other barangays. So the findings of my study revealed significant differences in transaction times between Barangay Santo Niño and Barangay Matlang. Notably, Barangay Santo Niño demonstrated much shorter transaction times. For example, obtaining a barangay clearance took only 5 minutes in Santo Niño compared to 13 minutes in Matlang, and barangay business clearance took 7 minutes in Santo Niño versus 19 minutes in Matlang. So this disparity is attributed to the use of pre-signed documents in Barangay Santo Niño's transaction. So these variations, highlight the potential for improving efficiency in barangay transactions. By benchmarking against Barangay Santo Niño's shorter processing times, other barangays in Isabelete can simplify their processes and enhance service delivery to the community. It is important to note that according to the Rule 1, Section 4 of RA 11032, or the Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018, a time and motion study must be conducted before crafting a citizens' charter. Therefore, the current citizens' charter were based on a mere estimations and not systematic studies. So, for the recommendations, based on the findings, I suggest that barangays in Isabelete ensure the implementation of standardized procedures and improve staff training to optimize transaction times. Introducing digital tools can further reduce processing times and improve consistency across barangays. It's also crucial to use non-pre-signed documents to avoid potential legal issues. So future studies should include the processing fees for each transaction in every barangay, not only establishing standard times. And additionally, these findings and methodologies could serve as a model for other barangays aiming to enhance their transaction efficiency. So conducting a similar studies in other barangays is essential to identify and address inefficiencies on a broader scale. So in conclusion, by standardizing procedures and using these recommendations, barangays can significantly improve their service delivery. So I think that is all for my presentation. Thank you so much for listening, and God bless.